Good morning. In this video, we are going to discuss how and what to prepare to crack CSA NET exam. I have given the heading Mind the Gap. You have to understand that there is huge gap between academic preparation and CSA NET preparation. In academics, we focus more on theory, but in competitive exam, you have to focus more on problems. In academics, the question paper is set to make pass 95% of the students. When you go for competitive exam, the question paper is set to make pass only 1% of the candidates. So you have to understand that there is huge gap between academic preparation and CSI NET preparation. What is the purpose of this CSI NET exam? This exam is conducted to select the best candidate in India to carry out research. The selected candidates, they are going to discover something new. They are going to create something new. Here, I would like to introduce the Bloom's taxonomy. There are 6 levels in Bloom's taxonomy. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate and create. The selected candidates, they are going to create something. So they are on the top level. It will be easy for them to create something if they were somewhere here. If they were in the analyze and evaluate level, it will be easy for them to go to the next level, that is create level. That's why most of the CSI NET questions will be from analyze and evaluate level. Only a few questions will be based on remember level. In order to understand the Bloom's taxonomy, I have a very simple example, that is nothing but multiplication table. When I was the 3rd standard, I was asked to memorize the multiplication tables. Every day, I had to memorize one table and I used to recite it. I memorized. 5 4s are 20. I memorized. Without knowing, I just memorized, that is remember level. After some time, I realized that when I add 4 5s, I get 20. That is understanding level. You might have come across some problem like this. How many boxes are there in the given picture? If you go for counting, that means you have not understood, you are not able to apply the concept of multiplication. You have to go for the number of rows and number of columns and you have to multiply and you have to get the value. There are 4 columns and 5 rows. So 5 into 4, there are totally 20 boxes. That is apply level. After some time, I realized that 4 5s are 20, 5 4s are 20. When I divide 20 by 5, I get 4. 20 by 4, I get 5. That is analyze. When I reached the 6th standard, I was able to construct the multiplication table for any number, that is create level. I started in 3rd standard. I reached the create level in the 6th standard. Now let us go for chemistry. Let us consider the basic reaction, that is Arnold reaction. I came across this during higher secondary. Acetaldehyde, the presence of base sodium hydroxide gives beta hydroxyaldehyde. The base abstracts alpha hydrogen to give enolate. The enolate attacks another molecule of acetaldehyde to give beta hydroxyaldehyde. This is the reaction. This is very simple reaction. Now let's check in which level we are. This is from basic level, remember level. The product obtained in Arnold reaction is alpha hydroxyaldehyde, beta hydroxyaldehyde, gamma hydroxyaldehyde and delta hydroxyaldehyde. It is very simple. The product obtained is beta hydroxyaldehyde. Now let's go for the next problem. The functional group or groups present in the Arnold product is are. The given options are aldehyde and ketone, aldehyde and phenol, ketone and alcohol, aldehyde only. You may know aldol corresponds to the first 3 letters of aldehyde and last 2 letters of alcohol. It is not the name of the scientist. But here I have not given aldehyde and alcohol. Many students think that the Arnold reaction is possible only with acetaldehyde. No. It is possible with all aldehydes and ketones that have alpha hydrogen. The alpha hydrogen will be abstracted by the base. The resulting carbanion or enolate will attack another aldehyde or ketone. So Arnold reaction is possible with aldehyde as well as ketone. We may get beta hydroxyaldehyde as well as beta hydroxyketone. So the correct answer is ketone and alcohol. This is the next level, understanding. Which one of the following will not undergo Arnold reaction? For an aldehyde or ketone to undergo Arnold reaction, there should be alpha hydrogen. If it is not there, there is no possibility for Arnold reaction. In option C and D, there is alpha hydrogen. But in A and B, there is no alpha hydrogen. The first one I have deuterium, the second one I have methyl. Around 40% of the students, they go for option E. But that is wrong. Instead of hydrogen, I have its isotope, that is deuterium. If you look at the letter hydrogen and deuterium, they may look entirely different. H and D, they may look entirely different. But they are isotopes. They differ only in the number of neutrons. The base can abstract even deuterium. So all the reaction is possible with this deuterated aldehyde, acetaldehyde. So the correct answer is B. There is no alpha hydrogen. This cannot undergo aldol reaction. Next problem, predict the major product in the following reaction. Acetaldehyde is treated with deuterated sodium hydroxide and D2O. If you know the mechanism, you can write and you can predict the product. Product will be 2. Deuterated sodium hydroxide will abstract the alpha hydrogen, you will get enolate. That will attack another molecule of acetaldehyde. You will get O minus on the beta carbon. The minus charge will take deuterium from D2O. What we get is simply, if you know that it is not possible to replace aldehyde hydrogen, you can predict the product. In option 1 and 4, aldehyde hydrogen has been replaced with deuterium. That is not possible. Even in 3, this deuterium is from aldehyde hydrogen. This is the third level, apply level. The number of possible aldol products in the following reactions. Acetone is treated with 2-methyl cyclohexanone, the presence of base. Many students go for 4 as answer. It is wrong. To find out the number of possible aldol products, you have to go for number of different types of carbonyl carbons and the number of different types of alpha hydrogens. Here I have 2 different types of carbonyl carbons and I have 3 different types of alpha hydrogen. These 2 are equivalent. So these 2 are different. So 1, 2, 3. There are 3 different types of alpha hydrogens. So I multiply them 3 into 2, I get 6. There will be 6 aldol products. The base can abstract this alpha hydrogen. The enolate can attack another molecule of acetone or 2-methyl cyclohexanone to give 2 products. In another possibility, the base can abstract this proton. Enolate will be formed here. That enolate can attack another molecule of 2-methyl cyclohexanone or acetone. Thereby, we will get 2 more products. The last possibility, the base can abstract this proton. This can attack 2-methyl cyclohexanone or acetone to give 2 more products. So totally, there will be 6 products. Next question. The following compound was prepared by a 2-step process. What are the steps? Given options are double aldol, Mannich and aldol, cross aldol, Michael addition and aldol reaction. Even though this is apply level for aldol reaction, this is remember level for another name reaction, that is Robinson addition. The correct answer is Michael addition and aldol reaction. Cyclohexa 1,3-dione in the presence of base forms enolate, which undergoes 1,4 addition with methyl vinyl ketone. After that, there will be aldol reaction. Now let us go for analyze and evaluate level. Predict the pair of major product in the following reaction. When 2-methyl cyclohexanone is treated with LDA and benzaldehyde, what will be the product? There are 8 options. Among them, 2 are possible. Since it is not asymmetric synthesis, we will get enantiomeric pair. We will get 2 enantiomers. LDA is bulkier base. It will prefer to abstract the hydrogen which is less hindered. This hydrogen is less hindered, so LDA will abstract this hydrogen. Enolate will be formed only this side. If you know that, you can eliminate these 4 options. These compounds can be formed only if this hydrogen is abstracted by the base. Based on this, we can eliminate these 4 options. Among these 4, 2 are possible. When we abstract this hydrogen, enolate will be formed. That enolate will be E-enolate. If we give priority, 1 will be for O minus, 2 will be for this alkyl chain. For this carbon, we have hydrogen and alkyl chain. Higher priority will be given for alkyl chain. So basically it is E-enolate. Generally, students memorize that if the enolate is E-enolate, the product will be trans-aldol product. OH and R, the alkyl chain, will be trans to each other. If the enolate is Z-enolate, the aldol product will be cis. OH and R will be cis. Generally, students, they try to memorize this. Since we got E-enolate, the product will be trans-aldol product. OH and R, the alkyl chain, should be trans to each other. In second and fourth, they are trans. These two are enantiomers. In first and third, they are cis. This is not possible. So the correct answer is 2 and 4. Simply, I can correlate the different levels of Bloom's taxonomy with different concepts in organic chemistry. Basic concepts like aromaticity, electronic effect, and the reaction, name of the reaction, all those things fall under remember level. The mechanism falls under understanding level. You should be able to apply the mechanism to get the product, that is apply level. Analyze and evaluate level corresponds to the product selectivity. If you focus organic chemistry, you should be thorough with mechanism and product selectivity. These two are very important, particularly when you go for MCQ. 4 options can be given only by changing the stereochemistry or by changing different pathway for the mechanism. Because of that, you should be thorough with mechanism and selectivity. So in the next video, we are going to discuss about mechanism.